What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're out and about, we're in a hotel, but you know, no matter where I'm at, there's always time to film a little bit of content. And I've been spending some time with this one lately. This is a Cheapie that I picked up at Kingdom Fragrances. It's a bona fide Cheapie now. It's $49 from Kingdom Fragrance, which Steve was nice enough to send this my way. I was very excited and eager to get this because I'm a fan of the other three fragrances from the house. We're talking about Coach, and this is the newest release for men called Coach Open Road. We're going to talk about it. Stay tuned. Quick look at the box. It is nothing spectacular, but it has a nice, sleek, kind of preppy look to it, I guess you could say, in many ways, with this textured blue. Has the label on the front, nothing on the side or the top, back. Pretty basic going all the way around. Just nice, clean look, some fragrance information with the batch code stamped at the bottom. Then in regards to this bottle, I actually do really like the design of this bottle with the blue stem going down for the atomizer. Has the name of the house, name of the fragrance in silver metallics. And this atomizer is an interesting take. It doesn't have a cap, it doesn't twist or anything like that. It says Coach stamped on it. And you have some information etched into the glass going around. And then puts out just fine. But let's talk about this scent. So when this one opens up, it's a bright, creamy aromatic. You're immediately going to think Dolce & Gabbana K and Rocha Sloan. But as it starts to settle, and even in the top, it's a little bit different from them because there's a lot of Sichuan pepper here. It's a very peppery and spicy take on Dolce & Gabbana K. I do believe this to be better than Dolce & Gabbana K. So let me go ahead and get that out the way now. Because some people, when they hear Dolce & Gabbana K, they're going to say, oh, I can't stand that fragrance, pass. Because that one gets its fair share of disdain from a lot of people, though I do like both the EDT and the Eau de Parfum. This one I would relate closer to the EDT, but much more on the peppery spice side. Like I said, that's the biggest difference here, where Rocha Sloan is an even more refined take on that style with more greens. The quality is a little bit better. This is heavier on the lavender and clary sage to give this creamy, clean, aromatic tone, almost powdery in many ways, with a lot of pepper. That's the thing, I can't stress that enough. As it dries, you will get a little bit of this soft woody feel, but it's pretty one-dimensional. It does not drastically change. I don't get a lot of citrus and fruits up top. I believe there's apple and a citrus of some sort. You will get a little bit of freshness from that, but outside of a little bit of this apple fruitiness, I don't get much of either of those notes in the top. It's immediately about the aromatics. Like I said, clean and creamy, not overly soapy, and a lot of pepper. And like I said, as it settles down, there's a little bit of an ambery feel to it. It does have a bit of warmth, but not enough to take away the dominance of the freshness, because like I said, it's a very fresh, spicy, peppery, and woodsy type of fragrance at its core. That's going to be the majority of what you get from this scent profile in its lifespan on your skin. It does smell really nice. It's nothing special, guys, but I would say it does smell a little bit better quality, while not some high-level quality smell by any means. But if you're comparing it to Coach for Men, Coach Blue, and even Coach Platinum, those do smell more chemically synthetic and unnatural than this does. Granted, this doesn't smell like it's full of naturals or anything, but it does smell a little bit better quality overall. It doesn't have as scratchy, screechy of a synthetic opening, I guess you could say, as the others, whereas this one's pretty smooth because of the aromatics that are used here, and that peppery kick offers a nice touch for me personally, because this is a daily wear signature scent type of scent profile that doesn't necessarily smell like anything else. I mean, there's distinctive fragrances that it does remind me of immediately, but I would say this is a much better take on that style in the first place. I would take this every time over Dolce & Gabbana K. This is much better. But then again, I like peppery and spicy fragrances, specifically Sichuan pepper. It's a fleeting type of spice where typically, whereas here it kind of hangs out for majority of the life of the fragrance, which isn't traditionally the characteristic of Sichuan pepper. So if you liked anything about K, you'll love this. If you disliked K, you should still give this a try, because this might be the one that does that scent profile the right way for you. Now, in regards to performance, again, nothing special, average across the board type of stuff to slightly above average. I've been getting in the 6 to 7 hour range on my skin, which again isn't crazy strong, but it's not super weak either. I'm sure there's going to be people that are going to get less than that are going to get 3, 4, 5 hours. It all depends on your skin. For me, I typically get pretty decent performance out of most fragrances on my skin. Here, 6 to 7 hours for this scent profile, quite happy with it. Projection, bright without being too much. It's not real cloying, even though I say it's heavy on the aromatics. The pepper kind of tones it back a bit, and it's not a sniffling nose, make your nose sniffle and sneeze type of overly peppery scent, even though I do detect a lot of pepper here. It doesn't seem to be enough to cause any irritation to where you would start sneezing or anything, because sometimes a little too much pepper can be a bad thing for that. But projection, like I said, arm's reach type of stuff, nothing overwhelming. If you're the heavy spray type, I could see this getting a little cloying for sure because of there's so much lavender and clary sage in here. Like I said, it can get a little cloying and overwhelming, but if you're more of the moderate to mild type of sprayer where I do 5 to 7 sprays, which is a moderate spray routine, which is what I do, it's just right. It is enough to get you noticed. You will get a nice compliment or two from time to time, I'm sure. I have yet to receive one outside of my wife telling me it smells nice. Nothing from a stranger so far, though I haven't spent a ton of time with it. I spent enough time to where I felt like it was time to do this video. And then the sillage on the moderate to mild side, nothing that's so close to the skin that I don't get random whiffs of it throughout the lifespan on my skin, but I get nice little mild whiffs from time to time with certain movements, you know, maybe stepping back, things like that, where it comes off of my neck, and I'll get a light whiff of the aroma several hours into the lifespan. So I would say slightly above average to average across the board, which is probably what most of you are expecting from this. I wouldn't go into a Coach fragrance expecting beastly performance. That's just not going to be the case. I'm not saying they won't do something in the future like that, but here it's more of the same from what I typically get from, like, say, a Coach Platinum. This kind of falls into similar performance that I get from that. Better than Coach Blue and better than Coach for Men. Final thoughts on Coach Open Road. I actually think this is a very good fragrance. I enjoy this. I can see myself reaching for this one because this is one of those mass appealing scents that has that spicy component that really speaks to me. So even though it's not a super high rating, it's still one that I can see myself gravitating to over and over. I think this is very good at a 7.5 out of 10. It's still a very good rating. It's just not a phenomenal knock your socks off, guys, this is something special, you should really go out and get it. That's not what I'm saying here. If you're looking for a great everyday wear that has some facets of familiarity, but maybe reworked in a better manner, that's kind of the way I would put this one, the way I would describe it best in a simplistic way. It's familiar but reworked to be better than what it reminds you of. That's been my experience. Then yeah, this is a very good fragrance that you should probably get your nose on, and I'll have a link down below where you can get it for $48.98. Well, that is my thoughts and feelings on Coach Open Road, the newest release for men from the house of Coach. Thank you again to Steve over at Kingdom Fragrances for sending this my way. I was super excited to get this in my recent haul from Kingdom Fragrances. I'll continue to wear this one. Like I said, this is one that kind of speaks to my taste for, you know, dumb reach, as we like to call them. When you don't really know what else to wear, you just want something that's going to smell nice and kind of suit any situation. This is one of those mass appealing everyday fragrances for sure. Wouldn't 100% put it in the blue category. More of a spicy blue. It does the job of most generic blue fragrances. But like I said, that added peppery kick that stays for a long time really does it for me. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback. And I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried this? What do you think about it? Similar assessment? Like it less, like it more? I'm curious about all of it. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Coach Open Road and give it a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.